Time. Lots of time has passed. The passing of time brings along many things, both good and bad. Since we have last spoke on this channel, time has brought some interesting cases to hand. Many things have been learned about the subject, Caleb Paul Jordan, and hopefully, on the recording date of this video, July 26, 2025, I hope to also push out this video. I will be recording all of this unscripted, and I will simply be going through what I have learned. Anybody who has reached out to me will not be named, as to keep their safety first. Now, I'm going to jump into it. Beginning earlier this month, I was contacted by an individual via the Twitter account that is associated with this YouTube page. The person said that earlier this year that they were in a relationship with Caleb, and this person is 15 years old. Now, this is a problem because Caleb is, as I believe, he's 19 years old. Now, I don't think I have to really explain why that is wrong. So, on screen, you will see some messages that Caleb has sent to them. I will not be sharing any of the messages this person sent to me, or their username, anything of the like, but as you can see, some of these messages are kind of bad, and show signs that Caleb was manipulative towards this person. Now, obviously this is not a very good thing. So, as I do, I looked up Caleb's username, Leb The Classic, to see if I could find anything else about him. And I found his Reddit account, but more importantly, I found r/thesubdropout, which appears to be a Kanye West fan subreddit, if I am correct. Now, on this subreddit, there seems to be a lot of people who dislike Caleb, which is fair. And on the subreddit and on Caleb's Reddit account, I found numerous examples of Caleb interacting with artwork or other things that are related to minor characters, such as Lily from Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, she is 10 years old, I believe, in the games, and Caleb is seen commenting and praising artwork that puts her in suggestive poses and situations. There is also examples of this with other Pokemon characters. Now, I've also been told, if this is to be believed, that Caleb was found interacting with an incest subreddit, which is deplorable, to say the least. This is even worse if you know the fact that Caleb at some point was engaged. I do not know if he is still engaged currently, but I do know that he was engaged at one point. This is absolutely disgusting. Not only was he going behind his fiance's back to get with a minor, he was looking at inappropriate art of children. This makes me sick to my stomach. Really sick to my stomach. And I can't even really put to words how this makes me feel. As you can see with some of the previous videos, this channel was kind of started off as a joke because Caleb was just a really bad person. But I did not know that he was also a pedophile. Now, obviously, these are all just claims, bold claims, and I'm just saying what I see, and I think that someone needs to say something, and I am saying something about this. Now, as we know, Caleb did reach out to me, but because of Twitter's changing to the block system, I am still able to view his posts. He hasn't really posted much, but following this subreddit, there has been a lot that I've seen of Caleb. They've posted pictures of his face recently, and personally, I went out of my way to censor and not show pictures of Caleb's face, as I do not personally condone doxing of that sort. But what's done is done, and I guess I can't really stop them. I'm not going to try and stop them either, as their actions are theirs and my actions are mine. But I do commend that they called out his behavior, as I guess he was a previous mod of the subreddit previously mentioned r/thesubdropout. Now, I don't really know where to go forward with my channel. That is another point I would like to touch on. I feel like now, at this point, mentioning some of those funny videos that I make, they seem like they might be in bad taste now that we know what we know about Caleb. But I feel like I will continue to make those fake music videos bashing Caleb, as I feel like he deserves to get made fun of. Now, another point I would also like to touch up on, also somewhat pertaining to the YouTube channel, is that I know that there is a decent chance that Caleb has seen this YouTube channel. And I just want to say to Caleb specifically, yes, Caleb, I am the one who is behind the Failbogs Discord account contacting you. On screen, I will show the messages between me and Caleb. I was doing this to kind of troll with him, you could say. Now, there's some examples of Caleb saying some pretty messed up things on here, including slurs and other forms of not nice words, such as saying praise to Hitler. Now, this leads me to believe that Caleb is some type of Nazi or Nazi affiliate, but I don't really have much more proof behind this other than what I've seen in things that Caleb himself have said. Now, none of this makes a good look for Caleb, and if he's watching this video, I would like him to know I'm simply doing this as a service, not to try and mess with you, but to let people know who you are, as there's a good chance you're trying to hide this. Now, I hope you can understand, everybody, why I'm making these videos. No hate towards the sub dropout or for posting pictures of Caleb's face. I get where you're coming from, but I personally will not be doing it. I will, however, link the subreddit in the description of this video, just so people can see some of the things Caleb has done, as they are pretty well documented down there, but they have also documented within this video. Now, thank you for watching, and I will continue to make silly videos, but every now and then I will have to make a serious video when the time comes. Now, enjoy. Thank you for watching. Upon listening back to this recording that I made earlier, I realized there was a lot that I wanted to say that I kind of left out, thanks to the fact that I did not script anything out. So, congratulations on me. But I would also like to touch up on some of my previous videos. As you can see, all of the Caleb disses, all 2 of them, they include screenshots and messages from somebody that goes by the name PeachUGamer12. Now you might be wondering, what does this have to do with Caleb? I always refer to him as Leb The Classic. But Caleb used to go by the online username PeachUGamer12 before he went by Leb The Classic, and now it also looks like he's moving more towards being called Lebby, given the current name of his Discord account. Now, I don't know why he changed to Leb The Classic, but probably so he can no longer be associated with some of the things he said on a PeachUGamer12, such as the hard R, N-word, which is in my videos, as you can see. Now, another thing I also feel like would be a good thing to touch up on would be my Discord account, Failbogs, also known as Turtle Pro. Now, I mentioned that I did it just to troll with Caleb, which is true, but this was before the fact that I knew that Caleb was genuinely a problem and not just somebody who was weird. So, I just wanted to clarify that. If I had known that he was a problem, I most likely would not have made contact with him in such a trolling manner. But I do still kind of find it funny that I was messing with him. But another thing I'd like to bring up, in case you didn't see the A response video, would be that clearing up the misconception that Caleb has that I am somebody named Arva. Now, this Arva guy appears to be some type of old friend of Caleb or something. I'm not quite sure, but if Arva finds his channel, which he might, there's a good chance, I would like for him to reach out and share his experience with Caleb, because I'm curious, It seems like they have some type of history or something, and I would like to learn more so I can document it. Now, I do want to apologize as well for my thoughts being kind of scattered and whatnot, but a lot of these things have been on my mind for the greater part of the last couple of weeks, and I really couldn't sit down to fully write them out and explain what I feel and what I'm thinking. So I felt like the best method would be an unscripted video, but as I'm listening back, it's not the best, and I do truly want to apologize for that. I could have done way better making this video, but I mainly just want to get it out there. But I do apologize to everybody watching. I did mention the fact that I felt kind of weird making silly music videos still, and honestly, I don't know if I'm sorry again for stuttering, but I might make it more, but if people are opposed to that, I will stop. Just to let you all know, if it is deemed as inappropriate, I'll stop making those videos. And another thing, again, sorry for being scattered thoughts, but another thing on those videos is that everything in them is extremely deliberate. In the videos, you can see images of somebody with their face covered up by Isabel. Those are pictures of Caleb, and the reason Isabel covers up his face is because she was one of his favorite characters for a not-so-savory reason. Now, all of the videos are kind of made to mock Caleb's interests, because most of his interests, he's only into them for a reason that I don't want to say, such as My Little Pony, or, Undertale, Delta, and other things other games and things of those sorts. But, yes, I do just want to apologize for not being extremely clear. If you do have any clarifications, do not be afraid to reach out via the comments or my Twitter page. And again, I do just want to apologize for being scattered with my thoughts. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video.